Does she want someone to kill him? Kill her? Are you freaking kidding me? Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs, episode 8, teaching them to kill, then to die. What the heck kind of title is this? Okay, so last episode was the Azure Messenger being revealed as being the girlfriend of the Azure King. I think that was his title or whatever, and the guy just wanted to punish evil people, but he took it to an extremist level and he blew himself up, and now the girlfriend was basically trying to continue his will or whatever, but then she was tired of it, and then that boy killed her, the one whose father was a detective and that died, and Kunikida has been feeling guilty about it, so he shot her after she shot him. Well, I don't know if she was trying to kill Kunikida, but either way, he's the one that got the bullet, that cut the bullet, cut the bullet. Jackie Chan. So yeah, and so that case was done. Basically, they were trying to stop this bomb from exploding, right? And they stopped it thanks to Rumpo. Rumpo was the one that told them. He didn't actually show up in the episode, but he's the one that gave them the information. And then, yeah, they stopped it. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/filmini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. I feel like he got caught on purpose, because there's, at least to me, there is no way with his ability to cancel other abilities that this girl's ability will be activated and he won't be able to cancel it. Although she was on the phone with Akutagawa and he's the one that's basically activating her ability. As she said that she's not able to control her ability by herself, so it's the person on the phone that's basically doing it. So does I need to be touching the one that's activating the ability but not the person that has the ability itself? Does that make sense? Because if he touches the person with the ability is gonna disappear, right? It's not gonna work on you. I don't know. I guess that's the only way that I would think that him being captured, like he's captured for real, for real. I mean, he's captured for real, but like, did he let himself be caught on purpose? I guess that's the thing. Or was he actually captured against his will? Based on how my question is answered, that will give me the response that I need. Either way, I'm glad that we got to spend some time with Yosano, right? Because ever since I saw her ability, thou shalt not die, I'm like, okay, so she immortal? But that's not really it. She's not immortal. She can heal any wounds, basically, but you need to be gravely wounded. That's why when she was getting beat up and all that, I'm like, is this the same thing as, I just said his name. Zeno in Akatsuki no Yona. In Akatsuki no Yona, there's a character that's called Zeno who's immortal, and the only way that his ability gets activated is after he gets caught up and dies then, or like he gets gravely wounded. The more you slice him and stuff, the more you hurt him, that's when his ability starts activating. So when she was getting beat up by this dude, that was just sort of death or whatever, she was getting up, beating up and all of that, getting blown in the face and all that, and I'm like, okay, does she need to be is that how her ability works as well? And that's basically it. They were on this train, right? Well, first they were supposed to go. You know what? They were in the office, right? Well, they started the episode with what was her name? Kyoka. Kyoka was just waiting there, with the phone ringing and everything, and then Dazai was walking by, and that's when she started moving, grabbed hold of him, activated his ability, and then that was it. And then they showed us Sushi telling everybody that Dazai is missing. He hasn't been back in the dorms or whatever, and the others just played it off. Excuse me. And then what's his name that got hurt? Tanizaki. He showed up and he's like, okay, he's gonna look into Dazai's disappearance. And they asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah, that Yusano killed him and everything. And then they asked him how many times she got him. And he said 4 times. What do they mean by that? Like, how many times did she, like, mortally wound him? Wasn't it? No, not mortally, but like close to death, whatever. Gravely wounded him. I know. I mean, her ability, she can only heal when you're like gravely wounded, right? And in his particular case, was he gravely wounded? I don't know. I know Akutagawa showed up there. I don't quite remember what his injuries were. So do they mean that she gravely wounded him like 4 times? Is that what they meant by that? Or is this another meaning? Like I don't know. But yeah, so she showed up and everybody else disappeared. And she took Asushi on this shopping trip. And then they were walking. That's when Kyuka walked by him. He noticed her, and they made, the animation during that moment was like, I don't know, like they should have known each other from someplace or some place or other, but I don't know. And then he ran into this guy. This guy just was being a douche, and like, did he hit Yosano? I think Yosano broke his arm or something. I don't know. They didn't actually show it. You just hear the crunch, So they were on this train, and then they heard this person speaking over the speakers of the train. Right after Yosano warned Asushi about being careful at night because the poor mafia was after him, and then the poor mafia just took over the train, blew up a car with people inside. Those person died, and then he was saying something about blowing up more explosives. So Yosano asked, Asushi asked Yosano what should they do, and then she basically gave him the options. Like, 1, gave himself up, 2, get people off the train, run away with all the people on the train, and then 3, look for the perpetrator and stop them. So they went with 3. She went one way, he went the other way, and she's the one that faced the bomber, and he faced Kyoka. So the bomber thing, I'm like, dude, he got it. And then Kyoka's side of things, she activated. Oh no, she didn't activate it because it was Akutagawa activated her ability. Dimensional, right? There was this sort of like, oh my goodness, samurai woman, that was just cutting and dicing Asushi up, and Asushi again was like, can I really not protect anyone? He was like wallowing, again. I feel like he wallows a lot. Remembering what those people told him, and then he had said he had a thought, what if I was able to save these people? That would mean that I deserve to live. I'm like, anybody deserves to live. Okay, you don't need to save other people to give value to your life. Your life is precious enough already, but I guess he's heard these things throughout all his life, that he's worthless, he shouldn't be alive. He's heard that throughout all his life, that he feels like he needs to save other people to give meaning to his life. And I'm like I understand it from his point of view, but I'm like, girl, boy, no. So he started facing seriously dimensional, but then he was also having this crisis of faith that he couldn't do it. And then what happened? I don't quite remember what happened, but then he activated a were tiger, where one of his arm turned into the were tiger arm, and he was able to block the sword. The sword broke, I believe, right? And he defeated the girl. But then Yusano told through the speaker, spoke to Asushi, told him that the only way to disarm this particular bomb is to press this button that's supposed to stop it. He asked for the remote. She gave the remote. But as the girl, each time Kyoka was there, she said, my name is Kyoka, I killed all these people and all of that, but she was saying it with no emotions or anything. And Asushi just was not getting it. And when he asked for the remote, and then she gave him the remote, and he pressed the button. But then the button didn't do what it was supposed to do. It basically activated the bomb. And this girl, she did not want to be killing all these people. Okay. So when the bomb activated, she just pushed Asushi away and basically threw herself out of the train so that the people on the train don't die. But then Asushi did not want to let her die, so his legs, I believe, other parts of his body turned into the were tiger, and then he just launched himself at her, reached her, broke the bomb, like yanked the bomb off of her, then threw it away. And then they went to the water. So he basically saved her, and they got out of the water, and then he passes out. Because usually when he uses his were tiger powers, he's exhausted, and so he passed out on Kyoka. Right. And when she still had her phone in her hands, I thought, because they were using that phone to basically control her and her ability. So I thought with everything that happened, clearly this Akutagawa not valuing her life and everything, I thought she was gonna break the phone, basically distancing herself from Akutagawa and the Port Mafia and everything, but she still had it in her hand. So I'm like, I don't know what that meant, but yeah. And then they showed Dazai there chained up, and Akutagawa asking him if he was a pawn or something, or the master or something or other or that, and I don't know. And then Dazai was just smiling, which that's why I'm not afraid for Dazai. The fact that he was smiling means that he had an idea in mind or something or other like that, so I'm not really worried about him. I'm just glad that Kyoka did not die, because you could tell that she's a sweet girl. She didn't want to kill these people. She didn't deserve to die. So I'm glad she's not dead. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to episode 9, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/feelme. And you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh. Also, I loved the fact that bomber who did all these crazy things just to study death, I love that Yosano, with her ability, before she healed him, she probably cut him up into tiny pieces. I don't know what's tiny pieces, but like, she hurt him really bad. And yeah, I was happy with that. So bye. te necesito.